Some people are born into sales because they may be inheriting an entrepreneurial business from their parents, or some people are forced into sales. So, for example, you may be passing out of some MBA college and realizing that the only job you will get is a sales job. But some people actually choose to be in sales because they can clearly see that this is the only solution for their problem. And this is the case with me. My name is Dr. Rajat Sinha, and I was still in medical college when my first mentor asked me, "Why do you want to become a doctor? Why are you wanting to become a doctor?" And I said, "Well, I want to be financially free." And then he asked me, "So why have you come to me?" And I said, I'm realizing that actually the medical industry is not going to help me get financially free. And that is when he told me that if you truly want to be financially free, you will need to master this thing called sales, because every financially free person on this planet pretty much started being a good salesperson. There are about 7% people who are financially free, first generation billionaires, who are not salespeople, but that's a very small minority. And that's how my journey into sales started. It was a journey spanning many years of frustration, and I was actually bad at it. But I knew that I need to master this particular skill in order to finally be free of the world's BS. I was piled under a bunch of BS that the world gives you, and I truly wanted to break out of it and be free. And from that point to multiple years of struggle to actually learning sales, doing sales in multiple countries, physically as well as virtually, to now running a sales based business where I'm coaching other people in sales, has been a journey of 25 long years. In this particular video, I'm going to be breaking down the 7 simple steps that you can use even if you're just a beginner, even if you are in a job right now and you want to do something entrepreneurial. The 7 steps that you're going to use to get your first 3 lakh rupees in sales inside of a month. And the day you can do that, you will truly increase the level of your freedom, because you will truly have your destiny in your hands. All right. Once again, my name is Dr. Rajat Sinha. I'm a medical doctor turned sales coach, and I have mastered sales tactically on the field and internationally, as well as doing sales in mass marketing, mass selling, as well as Zoom selling. So every single format of sales that is available, I've been able to master that, and I want to share my learnings over 25 years with you. So let's get started. Now, if you're living in India, or if you're watching this in India or US or any other capitalist country, I would like to say that you're very lucky. You've been born in one of the most amazing times of mankind, where truly the barriers for a person's financial success have dissolved into nothing. Today, you can go on the internet, there is AI. The journey of evolution from where you start as a beginner, probably somebody who doesn't even understand anything about sales or entrepreneurship, you can just go from 0 to 3 lakh rupees a month, I feel, inside of probably 30 to 60 days, if you keep your mind open and if you dedicate a number of hours in your day to learning and mastering business and the skills that go inside business. Okay, so here are the 7 steps that I would follow today if I was starting from 0 and crack my very first 3 lakh rupee month. The first step that you want to do is you want to understand your self. And as you can see, the word self is in bright green. I want you to understand yourself, because all of us have a certain bent of personality, and this particular bent of personality is good for a certain type of business. There are personality types that are challengers, there are personality types that are architects. Whatever it is, just understand yourself. What is the thing that truly moves you, that truly motivates you? What are the things you would like to do, even if you start out being bad at them? Hello. Okay, so in my case, I was great at studies and I was great at biology and learning about the human body, and I got all India 49th rank and got myself a merit seat in India's number 2 ranked medical college. So you can say I was pretty good. I had my passion towards human biology and medical science and all that. But if you saw my daily schedule while in medical college, when I was truly free, I would be reading books about money. I would be reading books about how athletes became rich. I would be reading books about how businessmen became rich. How does money really work? And even if I was reading novels, the heroes and villains of these novels would be like these big billionaires and things like that, right? So truly, what was calling out to me the whole time was actually the money aspect of it. I wanted to crack the money code, and I wanted to be financially abundant so that I don't have to use methods in order to get financially abundant. Like for me, becoming a good doctor was a method in order to get financially abundant. So what was my end goal? Was becoming financially abundant. And when my mentor told me that sales is a shorter route, sales is the direct way to get financially abundant, I was actually bad at it. I was bad at it, but it was my natural calling, because when he told me, "Hey man, the only thing you need to know today is, can you go out onto the road, start meeting some strangers and get at least 2 people's phone number?" and I was very scared. How can I go out and meet some strangers and try to get their phone number? It looked so weird, and some people may end up like making a complaint against me. This weirdo is asking me for my number or something like that. But at the end of the day, I realized, oh, actually, I love talking to strangers, and that became the basis for me later becoming good in sales. So I was bad at many aspects of sales. I was bad at closing. I was bad at follow-ups. I was bad at connection building. But I really loved talking to strangers. So I was pretty good at prospecting. There was this sliver of light. There was a sliver of hope that I knew that if I have to be good, then I have some innate skill, some innate wanting inside me. Okay. And the other thing that proved to me that I'm going to be good at it is because even though I had many adversities and many failures, I just kept going back. I wanted to meet more strangers. I wanted to show them my company's products or whatever it is. And I just wanted to keep on doing it more and more and more in spite of all the failures I had. So when you're looking deep inside yourself, even if you may be bad at certain aspects of sales and entrepreneurship, you need to look deep down and understand what is it that makes you bad at them. What is it that makes you not be good or not want to do some of it? A lot of people say I am not good at sales because they don't like rejection. Okay, so you got to look deep inside yourself. What is it that makes you not like rejection? Was there some period in time in your childhood when you were in a particular school where your friends rejected you that has a big impact on you, or there were certain aspects of you or your behavior that your parents did not like and you didn't like the fact that they didn't support you in being a certain way? Those are the things that actually lead to a fear of rejection. Okay, so you got to go deep inside and truly understand yourself, and then you got to understand how the whole thing aligns to your being in the marketplace. Okay, we call this exercise regression, but even if you go online and if you study some basic concepts like Japanese ikigai or something like that, you'll be able to understand some alignments of how you truly are deep inside and what is your alignment going to be. Like I said, I was damn good at medical science and I was poor at actually making sales. But slowly, I realized that it was actually talking to strangers and that excitement of showing products and just plain good old school greed. I literally was greedy. I wanted to make that sale and collect that money and actually enjoy that commission. So that particular handshake selling really attracted me. I was bad at it, but the high that particular thing gave me, actually helping somebody improve their health side, did not give me that level of high. Okay, so I truly became a highest level of my serving actually went on the sales type. It means when I'm serving people at the highest level, I'm actually doing sales. And I feel that when I'm helping people improve their health, that is not the highest level service I can provide. Okay, just from me, from my sake. So understanding yourself is the first and most important topic. And probably if you spend 60% of your time just doing that, that would be time very well spent, and I would like to tell you that you deserve it. Okay, gift that time and that insight to yourself because you truly deserve it. Let's go to the next point. Okay, what's the next point? The next point is okay, understanding yourself. Just real quick, I've got some sub points over here. Natural leaning, what are your childhood experiences and what are your innate versus built up skills? I've already shared with you some points around that. What is point number 2? The point number 2 is crafting your positioning. What is crafting your positioning? You got to understand who is it that I'm going to offer my product or service. Who are the actual people? See, at the end of the day, when you go out into the market and you're selling or you're doing any kind of business, producing products or selling products, remember that all the money in the world for business or for sales comes from somebody's pocket. Okay, at the end of the day, these are not abstract concepts. Some human person is literally going to take money out of their pocket and pay it to you for your product, service, sales, whatever it is. So you got to understand who that person is at a very deep level. Who are the people you want to serve? Second, what is it that they are willing to pay for? What is it that they are willing to pay for? And number 3 is how are you going to design the discussion or design the engagement or your product or your service in order that this particular who can actually take some money out of their pocket and pay it to you for the offer that you have made. Okay, so crafting your positioning is nothing but understanding who I'm going to make the offer to, what is it that they want to pay for, what are their pains, what is it that they want solved, and how am I going to craft the offer, in what form am I going to bring my product or service to them so that it becomes a no-brainer for them to actually buy that particular product or service. Okay, crafting your positioning. Next, you've got recording a video advertisement. Okay, this is a simple thing. Once you got steps 1 and 2 figured out, it becomes a very simple thing for you to literally pick up your cell phone and say, my name is so and so. If you are a person who's facing this particular pain, I feel that this is the way to solve it. If this interests you, please come and meet me or connect with me or something like that. Okay, a video ad is simply 45 seconds to 60 seconds, you talking about what is it that you offer, who it is for, and what is the next step that they need to take in order to connect with you. And the way to do it is very simply, there is a method of making videos which is called hook, story, call to action. Hook, story, call to action. A lot of people overcomplicate this and they try to make all kinds of funny AI videos with lots of, I don't want to show my face, I want to show my product in a very aggrandized fashion and all that. Not required at the beginner level. If you want to get to 3 lakh rupees a month, 5 lakh rupees a month, or even 10 lakh rupees per month, which is huge income in India, you don't need to go into gimmickry at all. It's very simple. People are going to buy from you. They want to see you. And till today, I make multiple tens of lakhs in a month. I just literally pick up my cell phone and I speak into it. And that's what people want. People want a human being who's willing to take the responsibility for their problems and solving their problems. And they just need a next step. What do I need to do next? And the format for that is called hook, story, call to action. What is the hook? Who is it for? If you are a person who's facing weight issues, if you're a person who wants to make more money, whatever it is, hook will address the target audience. Story, my name is Dr. Rajat Sinha. This is what I do. If this interests you, please come and meet with me. Please click the button somewhere next to this video and book yourself a meeting with me live or something like that. Okay, so you got hook, story, call to action. That's it. That's your video ad. So the 3 steps are, first, you're going to understand what is the thing that you truly want in life? How are you going to attack the market? Second, what is your positioning? Who is going to be your target customer? And you're going to record a video ad that literally calls out to your target client so that they can come and meet with you. Okay, this part is called prospecting. And now in today's times, on the street prospecting is really outdated, which means the stuff that my mentor told me to do, which is go out into the street, find some phone numbers, that part is now very outdated. Okay, I would love to still do it and I love talking to strangers, but the way I do it is I run an ad and the ad brings me the right interested prospects and then I talk to them. So they're literally like pre-qualified strangers. Okay, so the third step you're going to do is you're going to record an ad. Now, fourth step, what you're going to do is you're going to set up your business machinery. When I use complicated terms like business machinery, they actually don't mean anything complicated. You're going to apply for a business license under which you're going to do business. If you're a beginner, just apply for an MSME Udyog Aadhaar license on the government website, and in 30 minutes or less, you will have your business license for free. Okay, just need to go. There's an application procedure that takes about 20 minutes to apply. That's it. Within 20 to 30 minutes, you will have a business license. You don't need to pay anyone. Okay, just check out MSME Udyog Aadhaar and you can just go to the government website. Next, you want to set up a lead generation system which gets you these leads or which distributes your advertising over so that people can come and meet with you. And the lead gen method that I like the best is the Meta Marketing Suite, which is with one single business ID. With the Meta Marketing Suite, you get back-end access to Facebook database, Instagram database, WhatsApp, Messenger. You got all these modalities, all these different companies that Facebook has in the market. All of these companies are constantly collecting data about their users, and you can get back-end access to this whole thing with one simple business ID with Meta Marketing Corporation. Setting up this ID is entirely free. Okay. By the way, if you're loving the simplicity with which you can make 3 lakh rupees a month, and if you're loving how I've designed this video, simple, everybody can do it. Please leave me a nice comment right below this video. How are you feeling? So that I can just see what is the value that I'm able to create. All right. Okay. Let's go back to the video. Next, you've got how to generate leads. What you're going to do is you're going to take this video ad, you're going to load it up in your algorithm, you're going to load it up in your Facebook business suite, and then you're going to run it. And it costs a little bit of money, but it is pay on performance, which basically means every single day you can start with maybe 100, 200 rupees a day. And you will get 2 or 3 leads every single day, probably even more. You could get up to 5 leads a day with about 100 to 100 rupees of spending, and then you can actually talk to the leads and you can start presenting your solution or product or whatever it is. Okay, this is the simplest method. Like the way I'm telling you about it, the way I have choreographed this whole video is so that everybody with zero knowledge of anything can literally do this. Okay, and my intention for you is that in the next, probably you can just set everything up from here in the next probably 24 to 48 hours. You can start getting leads in the next 3 to 4 days, and within the next 30 to 60 days, 30 days you should be having some money in the account, and in 60 days you can literally hit 2 or 3 lakh rupees in this 60-day period. Okay, so that's my intention for you. So the next step number 5, is to actually take that video ad and run it inside your Facebook Meta Marketing Suite, and the ad, you're going to have to pay them probably 100 200 rupees a day. Every single day they're going to give you leads. All right, which brings us to the next step. The next step is, once you connect with the leads, my advice to you is get them over to Zoom so that you can talk to them on camera. Okay, a lot of people take the leads and they start calling them, and then they start talking about their business, product or service in an excited fashion, which is amazing. I actually did that in my early years because I was so excited about my business, about what I had to offer. And I went super excited and I just started talking about my product and service. You don't want to do that when you call the lead the first time. What you want to do is you want to just build that first initial connection, and then you want to give them a Zoom link so that the two of you can actually meet one-on-one, and then you can get to see them. There is that exchange of face energy, and then you can see their body language. You can connect at that much of a better level. Okay, so you want to master Zoom selling, and the way we do it at my academy, I've got an academy where we teach something called a Mad Money script. You can just check out other videos of mine on YouTube. I talk in great detail about how this Zoom sale is to be done. Okay, so master Zoom selling. Initially you will be mastering one-on-one sales, and later you can do mass selling through a webinar or something like that. And then the most important point number 7, last but not the least, is focus on selling digital products first. So if you get into the complication of finding hard products or something like that, and then shipping that product to the customer and all of that, this is just too much time. Okay, you'll just waste a lot of time. And on top of that, hard products have a lot of competition. So when you talk about e-commerce type of selling, there's a lot of competition. The sales do not really, all of the sales don't come into your pocket because you got to pay for the product. So the profit margins are very thin. It is meant for a very advanced audience. If you're a beginner and you want to go on the internet and you want to test out your sales skills, then I would recommend selling a digital product, which means when you meet those people on Zoom, the easiest thing to sell is another longer paid Zoom meeting or paid Zoom consultation, which is going to be much more in detail. It could be split on 2 or 3 sessions, or you could have a recorded course program with some live support built in, or you could even have other digital products like ebooks and things like that. But ideally, the product that you're selling should ideally be a service that you're providing to the prospect, either live, which means you're going to meet them on a paid consultation, or a service that is digitized, which means they can follow along your course videos and get a particular result that they want, backed by your personal consultation, which means you should be there to help them once a week or something like that. Okay, so it has to be an integrated help or a service that you're providing. Even if you're providing some coaching or something like that, just remember that coaching is also a service. Even if you're selling a course is nothing but a digitized service. I actually sell many courses, but with all of my courses, I provide support calls once or twice a week. That means people actually come to meet me live on my calls once or twice a week saying, okay, I'm following your program. This is where I'm stuck. This is the problem, etc., etc. So it's a full service built in, and service, which is a person providing themselves as a product or their service, is the fastest selling thing today, especially when it comes to online leads. So if you want to make 2 or 3 lakh rupees in a month per month, the first goal should be to actually start selling digital products, and then you can roll in other physical products along with it as well. Even if you have like financial products like insurance or something like that, you can just bring them in later. Okay, so these are the 7 steps to 3 lakh rupees per month in sales. Most important, understanding yourself. Second, crafting your positioning. Third, recording a video ad. Fourth, setting up your business machinery, which is your distribution and collection system. You need to have a lead gen system. You need to have a cash collection system. Cash collection system, the best is payment processors like Razorpay, which are government approved and all that. Next, you will have actual lead generation, actual selling. And what are you selling is primarily digital products in the beginning, which is your service delivered through Zoom or which is delivered on the internet, so that people across the country can actually buy it. Okay, even if you're selling a service which you have to manually do, like if some people are paying you to write some creative writing for them, or if people are paying you to make some paintings for them, or if you're an artist who's going to make some art or some woodwork or some craft that other people are ordering from you, definitely meet with them first and then tell them that you need to pay me so that I can draw out a project plan, and according to that project plan you can then place orders. So always collect some money for a paid consultation on a Zoom call, because that's the easiest money you can collect. And any other money that you ask for, hey man, let's do this, all these bright big ideas that people talk about, they are complicated ideas, and to monetize those ideas it requires a lot of time investment and money investment from your side. I see a lot of people getting stuck on the internet because based on somebody's fake promise or something like that, they have gone ahead, made big investments, because it makes them feel good as a business person. It makes you feel good if you have an office and employees. I was also like that. It makes you feel good if you're selling hard products or making something which has a lot of investment going in. But please realize, today making investments in product development is a total waste of time and money, because your product or whatever product it is, a similar product is always available. It's already competing with you even if you don't know it, and it's easier to get an order, collect some cash, and then have your competitors deliver your first product, so that you can perfect your model, and later with that money that you're collecting you can invest it in your own product development. I see a lot of people screw this up because in India there is a lot of focus on doing things right and doing things perfectly, but honestly in business that is going to lose you time and money. Okay, so the first thing you should be selling is selling online to online leads, collecting money online into your payment processor, and selling a product which you can deliver online, which should be a project plan, a consultation, a paid course, or a paid mentorship, whatever it is. And that is the first product you sell. And then at the back end, you can sell other products, because when the person has paid you once, they have shown their commitment. Okay, otherwise people will make you do stuff for them and then you will lose money on it. Okay, so those are just the things that I feel that you should be doing. I followed this exact journey in order to reinvent myself entirely online in the last 5+ years. I haven't gotten out of my house for the sake of money, and I've made crores of rupees on the internet. Okay, I hope this video helps you. Once again, please put a nice comment right below this video to tell me what is it that you like about this video and what other videos I can make for you, so that I can make those videos over for you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.